Welcome again to This Week in Adventist History. During This Week in 1855, Joseph Bates and his partner in ministry, Erie L. Barr, held evangelistic meetings in Berlin, Connecticut. Attending the meetings was a colored preacher from Upper Canada, most likely Toronto, who was raising funds for escaped slaves. This black preacher accepted the seventh-day Sabbath from the preaching of Bates and Barr, and, after being supplied with Adventist publications, promised that in his travels he would teach others the newfound truths. Erie Barr was himself black, now held to be the earliest African-American Adventist minister. Born in Reading, Vermont in 1814, Barr had embraced William Miller's message of the soon coming of Christ, and after the Great Disappointment of 1844, maintained his faith in a coming Savior. After accepting the Sabbath around 1852, Barr quickly became an important and beloved itinerant minister and leader in 1850s Sabbatarian Adventism. Updates of his soul-winning efforts throughout New England consistently featured in the pages of the Adventist Review. Ellen White wrote that he was among the ministers to be depended upon and had several visions concerning him, and James White wrote that Barr was a firm friend of the cause and a devoted laborer. Barr and the Whites ministered together on several occasions. A tent meeting specialist, Barr has his place among the early ministers who laid the groundwork for the founding of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in 1863. Barr died a year later in 1864, succumbing to a persistent case of tuberculosis. Thanks to records now available, new research has borne out that there was a lot more ethnic diversity in early Adventism than previously thought. Along with largely unknown believers like the black Canadian minister, in the 1850s and 60s, there were black Adventist families such as the Barrs, Hardys, Mennesees, Guys, and others who played an important part in the establishment of this church. There's no doubt that more early believers of color will come to light. And that was This Week in Adventist History.